Yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Roskam, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, I introduced HCON Res 100, a bipartisan resolution that reaffirms the rights of the 50 states to maintain economic sanctions against Iran. The Iran Sanctions Act of 2010 encourages and authorizes states to maintain such sanctions, which play a powerful role in preventing U.S. dollars from funding Iran's illicit activity, including its support for terrorism, human rights violations, and imprisonment of innocent Americans. 30 states to date, Mr. Speaker, have imposed sanctions against Iran. Both Democrats and Republicans have worked at the state and local level to enact laws to ensure that state assets are not invested in and state contracts are not awarded to companies that do business with Iran. And as long as Iran continues its outrageous activity abroad, it's our right and it is our duty to make sure that we're not complicit in funding its terrorism, its human rights abuses, and its other activity that's contrary to the U.S. national interest and global stability. Now, there is some ambiguity and some confusion about state sanctions that are authorized under the so-called Iran deal of this year. This legislation clarifies, it puts an exclamation point, and it reaffirms the legal right of states to maintain these sanctions as enacted into law under the 2010 statute until Iran ends its support of terrorism and reverses its abhorrent human rights violations. Please join my colleagues, Representative Ted Deutch of Florida, Representative Dan Lipinski of Illinois, Representative Mike Pompeo of Kansas, Representative Brad Sherman of California, and Representative Lee Zeldin of New York, along with me in this effort to ensure that the right of states to maintain these important sanctions against Iran prevails. We can ensure that states have this right and this authority from preventing their resources from funding Iranian terrorism and human rights abuses. I yield back.